Hi there, welcome to the Virtual Y at ymcanorth.org. My name is Maureen and this is Total Strength 30. Total Strength 30 is a fast-paced, quick, total strength workout from head to toe. What I got today, along with a bottle of water, is 3 sets of hand weights. I have a heavy, medium, and light for me today, and I have a mat. All of these things are optional. If you don't have a mat at home, grab a towel, find a space that you can use that will be supportive. For the weights, if you don't have that many weights at home, not a problem. If the exercise that I'm doing, I'm using a bigger weight and you don't have that large of a weight for the exercise, go ahead and focus on form and execution and add just a little more to your contractions. If you have a weight that's too heavy for an exercise, go ahead, set it down. Same thing, focus on that form and execution. We're gonna get right into it. Take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Reset the body. Let's do that again. Breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's bring the shoulders up, back, and down. Go ahead. Step out wide, toes are facing forward, and we're going to just start by shifting side to side. Try to make it a flow and add the upper body. So you get a little bit of waist, a little bit of hip, a little bit of arm. We're going to stay over to this side and come down and up. Now what I want you to think about is in this position, your toes are facing forward, and as you're coming down and up, you're heading your butt back. All right, other side, bring it down and up. So I'm not really reaching my butt out as much as I'm reaching my butt back and pushing up through the quad. So we're doing a dynamic stretch through the inner leg and waking up the quads. Let's bring it in, step it in. Take a big breath in again, release it out. We're gonna bring 1 foot forward and 1 foot back and lift and lower through the ankle, roll up to the toe if you can. Let's add some bicep curls. Breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, then come up here, stay here, drop that back knee down. I'm driving my back knee down toward the floor and find that good alignment. Hips are forward, toes are forward, that back knee drives straight down, shoulders down out of the ears, then open up your chest and your back. Couple more like this. Last one, and drag your back foot in and shift your weight. Bring your toes down and up, waking up the ankles and getting a dynamic stretch through the hamstrings and through the calves. Let's add a tricep press back. Breathing in through the nose, then out through the mouth. Go ahead, step in, feet are parallel, you're out wide. Hands to the thighs, drop down and lift up. Drop down and up, waking up that lower back, waking up the shoulders. Couple more. Last one like this, roll it all the way up. Other foot forward, other foot back. Everything is lined up. Then roll that toe, lift the heel, add your bicep curls. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, keeping the shoulders down, chest is open. Last one, drop down, then lift that back heel up, drop your knee down. That back knee drives toward the floor, open the chest, and release. What you are doing here, besides just waking up the body, is you're doing a little stability challenge so you know where you stand today, no pun intended. All right, last one, bring it up. Bring it out wide, big squats here. Arms coming up and down, moving through the shoulders, waking up the quads. Couple more like this. Last one, bring it up, hold it up, then stretch through the sides of the body. And lift up your heel and point your toe. So you get a stretch through your shins and through the waist. Couple more like this. And last one, step it in, open up, heart to the sky, hands in front, open up the back, big wide circles. Now just march it out. Marching is really good for resetting your nervous system. So just do that little reset. Take a big breath in one more time before we get started. All right, we're gonna start with some squats, but they're gonna be a little bit different. They're coming back to that opening part of this workout. Step out wide, toes are forward, hips are forward. I want you to drop down into a wide squat. Your hips are pointing back. Now straighten one leg and just straighten it out. Now your butt is facing behind and you're gonna lower and lift. Press through this quad. You want a little bit more of a lever. Reach your leg out on that stretched out leg. Trying to keep your butt pointing straight back the whole time and keeping that weight in this side loaded up. All right, we're gonna load it up a little bit more. Come only halfway, then press up, press up. Feel that little bit of burn. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Everything is squared forward. Little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then lower, down, press, low, press. You are not shifting your weight really side to side. You are just letting this leg load, then push it up. All that power coming through the quad. Last one. Then shift to the other side. Your butt goes back. And you got little lifts down and up. So starting with that, just steady up and down, keeping your hips pointing forward, using this long leg as a lever, shoulders are down, abs are engaged, you're reaching your butt back. Couple more, and we got to add those pulses. Right here, you're only halfway up, then push up. Feel that load pressing you up and resisting against that lever. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, shoulders down, abs are engaged. Last one, drop down and push. Feel that power in your quad. Blow your air out at the top. Just do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, then walk your feet in. Keep everything down low. Come into a squat. My feet are about hip distance apart. Drop it down and up. But I'm not coming all the way up. Let that load stay in your quads. Engage your abs. Everything is activated. Shoulders are down. Lower and lift. Really feel that burn in the quad. Every time you come up, squeeze your glutes. All right, we're gonna bring it up only halfway. Then I want you to push up. It's a different feeling than pulsing down. Push up. The pulse is on the lift. Feel the quads work a little bit different. Here we got 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down. All right, check it out. We're gonna step out, then in. Stay down low. I know you're feeling your quads. I feel them too. I'm doing it as well. Keep your toes forward. Stay in that squat position. And you're just stepping straight out to the side. Working the glute medius, working the quad. All right, let's tap it back. Stay down low and tap back. You want a little bit more or something to take your attention away from that feeling in your legs. Add a little bicep curl. You can do this without weights. Concentrate on that contraction. All right, here's that last one. Drop down and up, down and up. Remember, focus on the lift rather than the lower. As you're lifting, squeeze your glutes. All right, we got those pulses. Pulse and lift. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low. Shift 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. It's nice and long. Drop your weight down, then tap in. Really load up this front leg. Tap. You are so loaded up that if you have the balance, you can take that weight off of this leg, but you don't have to. All right, couple more like this. Now we're gonna do a shift of center of gravity. Watch me here. Shift back, come in. Shift back, come in. So I'm doing a little micro reverse lunge, and I'm really burning out this leg. I'm gonna feel it at the end. All right, 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now we gotta even it up. Come right here, stay low. Take this leg back, drop into this leg. Then we're gonna start tapping it in. Tap, tap. Again, this leg is so loaded up that this leg can move and you're not shifting. This leg supports you. All right, keep it going. Now we do that shift. So step back, come in, shift your weight, and this leg pulls you back. Your abs are engaged. Did your heart rate go up a little bit? It might have, because we're working our large muscle groups. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Bring it in, step it out wide. Here's the break. Shake it out. All right. Blow your air out. Take a big breath in and release it out. Hopefully also you were so engaged through your abs that you got a little ab work as well. Come back down into a squat and a side leg lift. So we squat, lift, down, side leg lift. Now I want you to think about your obliques. So you're not bending, these stay straight to start. And I say to start because we're going to add on. Every time you're bringing your leg out to the side, your toes are facing forward if you can. So I'm not lifting through the ankle, I'm lifting through the side of the body. Here's that add-on that I alluded to. One arm up, lift. Other arm, lift. So you're doing a little bit of oblique. Every time you come down, crunch. Lifting through the hips, then crunching through the obliques. Hands are up overhead if you can. That brings the heart rate up just a little bit more. That is really good to do when you're doing total body strength. All right, we got one more each side. Last one here. And shake it out. Let's take our hands to our hips and do figure eights through the hips just to loosen up. And reverse. So reverse your figure eight. And then come back to the center. We're gonna give the lower body a break for a little bit. Let's grab a medium weight, and actually, let's grab some water first. All right, I'm gonna grab a medium weight, and we're gonna do a little ab work. I guess the hips and the lower body are all gonna be in it as well, but we're gonna come right here. Drop down just a little bit. We're gonna bring the weight down in front and we're gonna lift and lower. Now, I want you to pay attention to your abs as you are lifting and lowering. It is shoulder work, but also in order to not round the back or arch the back, you have to engage the abs as you are lifting and lowering. Lift, lower, lift, lower. We're gonna add on so we get a little bit more work through the abs. We're gonna lift up, turn, come to the center, bring it down, lift, turn, center, and down. I want you to think about, as you are rotating, that rotation is just coming from the waist. Lower body stays still, shoulders get a little workout, definitely. One more each way. Bring it down again, lift. Do you feel your shoulders? I sure do. We're gonna take one weight, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and we have toes facing forward, hips facing forward, come into a hinge. Back foot is flat down, and we're gonna do unilateral move. Drive your elbow back. I want you to think about grazing along your waist, pull and push. Think about not just letting that weight come forward, actually push it forward and resist. Resisting each direction. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come right here. Bring the weight down in front. Now you're gonna have to really resist through the hips as you lift out. Your body may wanna pull to the side. Resist that. Come out and in, out and in. We got 8 here. Find a spot on the floor that's down and slightly ahead, because you know what I'm doing now. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back and lift up. Hang on to this weight. Back heel comes up, and we're going to drop down and switch sides that is holding that weight. Dropping down and switch, down and switch. Now, if you don't have that range of motion to change the weight underneath your leg, go ahead, come down and up and switch up above, or come down and switch it in the middle. You decide. We got our last one here. Keep the weight on this side. Step in, step back, toes forward, knee over ankle, hips are forward, back heel down, and then we hinge. Hold your abs, and we're going to do that push, pull. Resist each direction. You push forward and pull back. Now you know what I'm doing. I want you to find a spot on the floor that you look down and slightly ahead and just listen to my voice and have your body follow. Couple more. Last one. And bring this down. Stay really stable. Then reach out to the side. Watch that pull. Stabilize through your hips. Quads are engaged. Glutes are engaged. Abs are engaged. Blow your air out at the top. Couple more. Last one here. Come here to the center. Come up tall. Back heel comes up and start dropping down and up. When you're ready, do that switch underneath that front thigh. When you got that switch going on, you're hinging forward, not rounding forward. So that gets those abs working. This is just as much about stability here as it is about strength. You got this. We got one more set. We're going to end up on this side and come up and shake it out. Let's set this weight down. Grab yourself some water, and we're going to do some deltoid work. So when we were doing those hinges and doing that unilateral move out to the side, so when we had our side lifts, we were more working right in here. When we do our deltoids, which is right here, we're going to be standing up tall, so no hinge, and lifting and lowering. So I'm not going to pick up my weights yet, but I want to check out this form. And we got wide stance, toes are forward, slight bend in the knees, arms go one unit up, one unit down. Now, one option here is to have a longer lever, but whatever you do, you're keeping your hands below your shoulders. Now let's grab some weights. For me, let's see, I'm going to grab my medium weights. We'll see how I do. You can always switch out your weights, dropping up, dropping down, or completely dropping the weights out. Soft bend in the knees. Toes are forward, pelvis neutral, abs engaged, shoulders are back. Let's start with 90-degree angle. Lift and lower. Hands staying low, and you're lifting up through the deltoid. Now you want a little more. You straighten out, but watch your form. Watch your lower back. Watch your knees. We got 8, 7, 6. Blow your air out there. That was halfway. 4 more to go. 3, 2, and last one. Hold here. Right away, come into this press up. Change your arms so that you have a 90-degree angle in front. Press. Press. You got this. All right, you need a little help. Your shoulders start getting tired. Drop down and push up. Drop, push. You got this. Couple more. Support the lower back if you need to. Last one. Bring it down and bring those weights down. All right. We got to get some regular old biceps, triceps in. We're nearing the end. We have probably hit most of the things, but we're not quite done. Let's grab heavy weights, heaviest weights of the day probably for your tricep curl. Excuse me. Bicep curl. All right, wide stance. We're going to do hammerhead curl, palms facing in toward your thighs, and you're going to bring the shoulders up, then back, then down and lift up and down. Just thinking about that good form. Bicep curls seems really simple. However, remember it's a shoulder muscle, so you need to keep everything in good alignment, support your lower back, and do it well. Contract right there at the top. Squeeze. All right, we're gonna add a little challenge. Bring your arms down, turn your palms forward, keep your elbows away from the waist, and we're gonna do a quick single, single, double. So we do single, single, watch that shift, double, left side, single, single, double it up again, single, single, and double lift. Watch your lower body. Make sure you're not arching your back. All right, single it out. We got 8 here. Really let it burn out. You can come into split stance if you need to. Just 4 more. 4. Watch the swing. Every time you're coming up, you contract, you start to get tired. Lower your weights or get smaller weights. Last one, and set one weight down. Hold on to that heavy weight. Push up. Drop your shoulders down. Keep your elbows facing forward. Right away, we're going to lower and lift. Maybe heart rate went up. If it did, that's excellent. We only got 30 minutes here, so we might as well get a little bit of cardio in. And when you work hard this way with weights, that your heart rate gets up, it is good for your heart. Drop down, pulse up right here, little pulses right above the head if you can. Keep your head up nice and tall. A lot of times when I'm in the studio live with people, I see this. Try to stay up nice and tall, elbows facing forward. Let's do 8 more. Little pulses. 4, 3, 2, let's challenge it out, drop down, lift. Keep it up, even though you're already probably a little sore. You got this. I think we got 4 more, last count. 3, 2, last one, and bring it up. Bring it down. Go ahead and set that weight down. Let's do a quick release. Open up your arms, thumbs are pointing up, roll them forward. Push all the way through and push back. Get a nice stretch through the biceps. Plus you get a little shoulder mobility. Press your palms through, fingertips pointing down, and release. You want a little more? Give a little press to your hand. Press to your other hand. Let's give yourself a pat on the back, both elbows forward. If your elbows come out like this, go ahead and do one at a time. Here's the other one. And release. Let's take a big breath in, release it out, and we're gonna just do a little roll here. All right, time for the mat. We are gonna work our quads just a little bit more. We are gonna do some kneeling squats with weights. So set up your mat, set up your towel, whatever it is that you have, but be in a position or on a surface where, if you can, you're going to come down onto your knees. Please grab some water. I brought mine along with me. I'm going to get my weights handy, and they're right here. So I'm going to come up onto my knees right away. Did you see that? That lift up, it was coming from the quads. Join me. Lift up, squeeze your glutes, and lift up through your quads. One last thing to really make this effective. Hinge back just a little bit. Weights are nearby, so we're gonna be adding them. Down and lift. So when you're coming up, add that power. All right, come down, grab your weights, and bring them up with you. Turn your palms forward, then bicep curl. Bring it back down. Lift. Bring it back down again. Lift. Now if you can, lift up nice and high for that bicep curl, and squeeze through your glutes. Squeeze through your quads. We got a couple more. And last one, hold it here. Bring those weights down, and then watch this hinge. You're gonna hinge back and little pulses forward. Very small move, but you're really engaging here. Keep your hip flexors straight. You're not coming down. Stay here. Let those quads burn. Last one, and come down right away, lift up. Hammerhead curl, add in. We got 4, 3, 2, last one coming up. Now we add overhead press, drop down and press. So every time you're coming up, I want you to squeeze through your glutes, engage your quads. Last one here, hold here, and tricep press. Right there. Elbows are forward, shoulders are down, abs are engaged, glutes are engaged. Last one. Bring it down and come back down and release. Let's set those aside and sit to one side. Let's stretch out that quad a little bit. Bring one leg out, bend this leg in front. Come on down to your forearm. Bend this knee, grab hold of your toes, and slowly start straightening out. Lift up through the abs, straighten the back so you're not arching through the back. Pull back a little bit more and release. Go ahead, use your abs to lift up and come over to the other side. Arm on the forearm on the mat, knee is bent, other leg comes behind. Go ahead, knee comes in, grab your foot, and slowly start straightening. I like this one because you can get that quad stretch with a lot of support. The drawback though is that it's really easy to arch your back. So really be mindful of what's happening at your back and just slowly open your quad and your hip flexor and then release. All right, we got just a little bit more to do. We got some abs, and then that's 30 minutes in. You got your 30 minutes today. So I'm gonna make some room so I'm not kicking over my water, because sometimes I do that. And I'm gonna flip over. So we're gonna start here in tabletop. First thing I wanna do is give joints some release. So roll through your shoulders and your hips. Come into good alignment and then reverse. The nice thing about this movement is you never really have to put a lot of weight into one area because you're moving around. All right, hold here. We got this flat back. You're gonna bring your knees out and come into a knee plank. You can stay right here if you like, or you can bring feet down and stay right there. Or if you like, you can push up one foot at a time and hold in that plank. We're gonna hold a plank for a little bit. Not real long. I'm more of a fan of the dynamic plank. We're gonna hold here, whatever your plank is today. Lift up through the abs. Your legs are active, your glutes are active. All right, we're gonna drop a knee down. If you are up on your toes, you're alternating knees coming down. If you're already on your knees, you're alternating knees coming up. It's just a different feel. Keep that going. Couple more sets. Here is our last set. And bring both knees in underneath your hips. Lift your navel up toward the spine, loosening up the back and opening up the spine. Chin comes to the chest. Take a breath in and come to flat back. Go ahead and just arch just a little bit. Get your permission to arch, but not a big arch. Then tuck back to flat back, then lift up again and come back to the center. We did a lot of hips, so sit cross-legged. We're gonna sit right here. We're gonna take one arm up and over, keeping this hip planted to the floor. Stretch your oblique. Come to the other side, stretch the other oblique. Come to the center, big round back, reaching forward. And you can have a round back if you like. We are going to stretch through the hips a little bit, then come up nice and slow and restack your spine. Come back to the center. Switch that cross. We're gonna do that all over again. One arm comes up and over. Stretch through your oblique. Please keep your hips planted to the floor if you can. And come to the other side. Stretch to the other side. Come back to the center. Come forward, fold forward. It does not need to be big. Everybody's flexibility is different. You can be here, you can be all the way forward. Find that right fold for you today. Then push yourself back and stack your spine. Then unroll and restack. We're going to come up to standing. Come up nice and slow though, so you can let your blood flow. Come back to where it should be. Step into good posture position. Toes are forward. Feet are out just a little bit past the hips. Neutral pelvis, soft knees. Shoulders come up, back, and down. Let's take good energy in and release. Open up your chest, heart to the sky, and press down and release. This has been Total Strength 30. My name is Maureen, and you're watching me on the Virtual Y, which is part of YMCA of the North. You can find us on ymcanorth.org. We have about 40 plus classes a week coming out of our Virtual Y, so if you like this, or if you want to try out something new or different, please check out the Virtual Y on our website. Drink lots of water, take great care of yourself, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great rest of your day.